Oh my god, this is so depressing. Is this what happens when you have an astroturfed YouTube channel that people only know about due to the fact that you advertise your videos on every fucking other video on YouTube? Look at these ratios: 84%, 75, 75, 70, 70, 65. These are all in the red. And these aren't even like political videos. These are just people being pissed off that she's just a complete hack. Five things I'll never apologize for. Wait, has she deleted a ton of her videos? Hold on. Okay, no, she hasn't. I thought she deleted a ton of videos. All right, how about this? This one's at a 25% ratio. 1 week ago. Five things I'll never apologize for. God, 8.3 thousand dislikes and 2.7 thousand. That is a shame. She
Hello,
does.
classic crew,
Whoa!
and welcome.
Jesus, calm down, Abby. I know you're very excited and anxious to get into it, but chill the fuck out. She really does look like a female Ben Shapiro. It's actually insane. She really, really does look like the eyebrows, just the face structure and everything like that. She really does look like a female Ben Shapiro. It is really wild. It looks like Ben Shapiro got face apped into a woman. It's wild as fuck. Like, can we see? Hold on. I'm pretty sure if someone face apped Ben Shapiro, hold on. This is face apped Ben Shapiro right here. The mouth is a little bit wider and the eyes are a little bit closer apart, but like, I mean, they're siblings, so I guess it's what you would expect. But holy shit. This is unbelievably wild.
Hello, classic crew, and welcome to today's video where I'm going to be talking about 5 things I won't apologize for as a conservative. Being a conservative in today's day and age, you are constantly in a position where people call you the worst names, try and cancel you, and want you to apologize for everything you believe in. I will not apologize.
Ah, yes. Left-leaning people have it very well. It's not like the vast majority of online culture is dedicated to dunking on SJWs and feminist rec compilations and whatnot. It's not like your brother, one of the largest political pundits online, is considered a hero to like high school libertarian white boys. It's not like the largest political commentator on the internet is Tim Pool, who is a partisan hack who endlessly shills for Donald Trump and the Republican Party and conservatism and endlessly shits on the left. It's not like the overwhelming culture of politics online is very right-leaning.
For the beliefs I hold, because here's the thing. They're not wrong, and I don't need to. I don't need to bow down to the mob just because they threaten to hurt me if I don't. So today I want to share 5 things that I will not apologize for. Being a conservative woman, I know how hard it is to take a stand in a world where you're constantly criticized for.
Oh yeah, being a conservative woman is really hard. Did you what was it? Was it Tommy Lauren or Lauren Southern? One of those two, like white blonde women that from the fucking Midwest and Canada that endlessly shill for alt-right shit. Was it, which one of them was it that was like really upset because she was like getting attacked by right-wing men being a right-wing woman? Believe it or not, it's really hard being a right-wing prominent public figure for the right. Wow, that's redundant as fuck. Being a right-wing public figure, shilling yourself to a group of people that don't believe women should do anything career-wise and should only be in the house barefoot, baking pies and taking care of their husbands and their kids. Who would have thought?
For doing so I want to be the first person to say I am not going to apologize. But before we get into today's video, I want to thank the Pearl Source for sponsoring this portion of today's video. If you are looking for the
No, God, how does she get sponsors? Jesus Christ.
about the website is that you can go on and customize, choose the clasp, yourself. So thank you again to the Pearl Source for sponsoring this portion of today's video, and let's get into it. The first thing I will not apologize for is being pro-life. I have done a few videos on my channel talking about why I'm pro-life and why it is so important, and it is the absolutely most important thing that I fight for. As a woman, I am often told that the fact that I am pro-life means that I have turned against my own sex. I'm told that I'm cruel and that I don't understand the struggle that many women go through when they choose abortion. I am told that I should.
Well, that's true. No, it is, yeah. No, it's true. Listen, here's my take on pro-life and pro-choice. You should be You can be pro-life, in my opinion, as long as, like, legally you have no intention or desire to make it illegal or to vote for candidates that would do so and, like, limit the right, like, reproductive rights for people who can have children. That's my take. I'm fine with people being personally, like, pro-life. Like, if you just don't feel comfortable with abortion, my fucking blanket that I used to keep my back from sweating like a motherfucker fell down. Oh, forehead stream. Um, like, I'm fine with people being personally pro-life, like that's their moral, like their moral preference. But if you try to take it up to the legal level and make it harder or impossible for people to get abortions, that's when I have a problem. So yeah, that's my stance.
Change my opinion and apologize for my views because I am undermining women's health and economic opportunities. I am not cruel. I am not saying these things because I don't understand the struggles that women go through when they're in that position. But what I will say is that I will never apologize for my views. I will never choose convenience over morality.
I could literally blow her out in 2 seconds in a debate about fucking abortion. We literally don't hold anybody else in any other circumstance accountable for sacrificing their bodily autonomy for the ability for another to live in any other situation. It's only when it comes to women pregnant with a child, and as soon as the child is born, they don't give a single solitary fuck about that child. There's a reason why conservatives are pushing back so hard against issuing stimulus checks to families that can't work during the pandemic so they can pay their bills and afford to feed their children. They don't give a fuck about you. This has been well known. This has been an overwhelmingly well known fact since fucking George Carlin in the 70s and 80s doing stand-up comedy, shitting on conservatives, talking about how they care about babies and they care about being pro-life until you're actually born. This has been a well-known fact, well-known tendency among conservatives and pro-lifers for a very, very long time.
Never choose death over life. I will always fight for the right of the unborn. And if you want to know the reasons that I believe these things, you can definitely watch my other pro-life videos. I will link them in the description box below for you. In my first pro-life video, I talked about the reasons that I believe what I believe, and in the second pro-life video, I actually responded to comments on the first video. So I'm actually not just talking about why I believe those things, but I'm also addressing the concerns of people who responded to what I was saying. If you are also pro-life, you know that you could not and should not ever apologize for holding this belief, because that would be turning your back on the most innocent and vulnerable among us, unborn children.
It's ironic that she says among us because there's an imposter among us. No one's asking. This is the funny thing too. They kind of like they form this weird like straw man narrative out of like the left. No one's asking anybody to apologize. I don't think challenging somebody's views and requesting that they reconsider their opinions or trying to debunk their opinions is asking to apologize. Have I ever once at any point on my entire channel asked a conservative figure to apologize for what they believe? Has anybody heard me ever do that in the history of my channel, in the history of my content? Have you ever heard that? Asking someone to apologize? I don't recall me ever doing that. Yeah, the fetus has been ejected. They were the imposter.
Second thing I won't apologize
One imposter is remaining
for is being a champion of marriage. In 2020, loving marriage for everything that it does for society, for men and women, and for children is something that you increasingly have to apologize for. I have gotten comments that say that my whole personality is about being a wife. But let me tell you, I don't care that these people don't get it. And I won't apologize.
Your entire channel, you're called Classically Abby. Your whole channel is dedicated to talking about how you're like a traditional conservative woman who's married and like that's literally your entire she has very nice teeth, by the way. She takes really good care of her teeth. I just want to point that out. I almost pursued being an orthodontist, not because I wanted to, because my parents were going to make me. Whenever I was in high school, I was like going for being an orthodontist. So I can appreciate that she takes very good care of her teeth. She has the money to do so, you know, like, so there's that. But like, credit where credit's due. She's got very nice teeth. What was I saying? She's kind of hot. She is pretty hot. Yeah, no, but you know, nobody, like, when she says she's not going to apologize for being a champion of marriage, it means she's homophobic and doesn't support gay marriage, by the way. That's what that means. That's the dog whistle there. That's what she's trying to obfuscate in regards to her opinion. She's too afraid to come out and say it and say gay people shouldn't be allowed to get married. This should be against the law. This is degenerate. This should be illegal. That's what she's too afraid to say, but that's what she means.
For loving being married and being a proponent of it. Marriage is awesome, and it is so important that we speak about it so more people learn what it is for. Marriage.
Don't dance around the obvious. She has nice milkers, bro. True.
Isn't just about announcing your passion for your partner and how much you like them to the world. It's about committing to something bigger than yourself and devoting your life to service of first one person and then the people that you bring into the world, and providing the foundation for real, meaningful community in doing so. I will never stop telling men and women how important marriage is and how much joy and meaning it will bring to their lives. Number 3 is...
What about men and women and women and NBs and NBs? What about them? Isn't marriage important for them if they're in a relationship and they have a child? Say they adopt one or something, or it's like a trans woman and a trans dude, and the trans woman gets the trans dude pregnant and they have a child. Shouldn't they be allowed to get marriage? Isn't it? Don't you say that marriage is important for like the well-being of the child and the family? Why shouldn't they be allowed to get married? Also, I like how she never touches on it. That's literally just her like obfuscating and dog whistling, because these people are fucking cowards who are too afraid to express their more heinous opinions unless they have like overwhelming support from the general public, like someone like Ben Shapiro does. But for her, she is in like her entire online presence is astroturfed as fuck, paid for by people like, you know, Ben Shapiro and the people that support him. And so you can see with the overwhelming amount of hate that she gets, she's too afraid to come out and say it because she knows she doesn't have the type of it's same for me as well, right? Where it's a lot easier for me to speak my opinions with that like freely the larger my audience gets, because I know I have a lot of people to back me up whenever like right wingers come and brigade my channel or whatever, or brigade my Twitter or whatever. Like when I have a large fan base sort of supporting me and as like a shield, it's a lot easier for me to do that.
Believing in God. I am a religious Jew. I believe in God, no holds barred. And in today's...
Literally nobody is attacking you for being religious. Nobody on earth. I've never seen a single like video going after you, attacking you for having the personal belief in God. Hypers, if you're in my chat right now and you believe in some kind of deity, if you believe in some religion, whether it be like Muslim, Jewish, Christian, down like Buddhist, anything like that. Hypers, if you are some kind of theist in chat right now. Literally, I don't attack anybody for that. I believe in simpism. That's true. Yeah, we got some hypers in chat. I'm Catholic. Yeah, there's plenty of people that are religious in my chat. I don't attack them for it. As long as they don't like push their beliefs on other people, then that's fine. Nobody cares.
Today's day and age, believing in God is considered by so much of the mainstream to be outdated or to even be the cause of all the hate in the world. But I will never apologize for my faith. I will never apologize.
How is religion or churches, how are they oppressed? Churches are exempted from paying taxes. They have tons of protections put on them. What are you talking about? The only religions that are being like attacked in America or in the West, I would say, are like fucking Islam and even Judaism, but not by people on the left, but people on the right. You do realize a synagogue was shot up last year by an anti-Semitic neo-Nazi, right? In San Diego? That was a neo-Nazi. A mosque got shot up by a white alt-righter in 2019 as well last year in New Zealand, in Christchurch, New Zealand. The people that are like the people that are religious that are actually being attacked are the fucking... You're Jewish! You are more at threat from a anti-Semitic neo-Nazi shooting up your church or synagogue than you are from a... do Jewish people have synagogues, or is that Muslims? I don't... Is that Jewish people have synagogues, right? I'm pretty sure that's right. Muslims have synagogues? Okay, sorry. A Jewish church. What are Jewish churches called? I know they have a different name, right? They're not just called churches usually, right? Mosques. No, you're right. Muslims have mosque. Temple. Okay, we'll call it temple, right? We'll just call it a church, right? Temples or synagogues. Okay, you guys confuse me the fuck. Mosques, whatever the fuck, okay? Muslims have mosques. Jewish people have synagogues. You're more at risk of being shot in your fucking church while you're praying by an alt-right neo-Nazi than you are by a fucking lefty fucking atheist. What are you talking about?
For being Jewish. God and religion bring so much good to the world, and the people who then go on to say that it is terrible, we should get rid of it, are the same people who have benefited from its existence in the first place. They have no idea how privileged they are to live in a society that was shaped by our forefathers' faith in God. All of us. Every single person alive.
Hey, if that's the truth, then why did the forefathers literally go out of their way to implement religious freedom for all religions in this country? And why is it that things like under God being added to the pledge were added in like the fucking 60s and 50s, in the 1900s? The founding fathers may have been religious, but they did not put their religious morals into the fucking Constitution. That's not what they did. They explicitly went out of their way to make sure that people had religious freedom in this country.
Today benefits from Judeo-Christian values because that is what our morality is built on. People think it is so easy to reject all religion, but also think they would still be able to keep the Judeo-Christian values that we all benefit from because they...
What Judeo-Christian values? Like, can you list some? But this reminds me of PragerU, or Dennis Prager, where he talked about, like, if it wasn't illegal, then he would rape his wife. And like rape any woman that he saw, and like men should be able to rape any woman on the street that they just saw if they felt like doing it, if it wasn't against the law, because it's human nature, or that religion is the only thing keeping them from doing it. Like, do all these people just have all these horrible murderous rapist like tendencies and intent, but it's only religion that's keeping them from acting on their desires? Is that what's going on here? Do they feel like left-leaning people feel this too? Like non-religious, non-theist people feel this too, and like they're just not doing it for some. What do they believe?
I think that morality is common sense. That's like sitting on the end of a tree branch and trying to saw it off from the tree, thinking that the tree will fall, but that you'll somehow stay floating. I am grateful each day to be Jewish, and I am proud of what my people believe and what we have inspired in the world. And I will never apologize for believing in God. Number 4 is...
I wonder if she also believes the same thing as Ben Shapiro, where he thinks that Palestinians are dirty and filthy and evil, and they drink raw sewage and live in dirt. I wonder if she agrees with her brother Ben on that one.
Praising modesty. If you watch my channel, you know that I uphold modesty as a virtue. I hold up modesty as someone who has often struggled with how I think about it and my motivation for it. Not because I don't understand why anyone would choose to dress that way, but specifically because I've struggled with it myself. But I know that it's...
Okay, hold on. I have to call Abby Shapiro here out on the modesty thing. She does typically dress fairly modestly, but like, isn't there like a picture of her like in a dress, like laying in her yard, showing off her feet or whatever, and everyone was like horny posting over it, and everyone was like, "There's no way she doesn't know that this is like in some way sexually arousing to some people, right? Like, there's no way she didn't know that foot fetishists exist." As weird as they fucking are, they're everywhere.
It's important enough that it's worth it anyway. People want me to apologize for sharing why it's important to dress modestly, why it's important to respect the people around you, why it's important to respect your own body, and why it's important to understand the power of your sexuality. They want me to stop telling people what to do. But here's the deal. Telling someone what I think and persuading them to make a different choice is different than saying, I want to legally change this so that you have to do what I say. Just because the left wants...
Have you seen the version of that picture with Vosh in it where he's like sucking on her toes? Yeah, I've seen that picture. It's fucking horrendous. Jesus. God, why would you remind me that exists right now?
To make everything they don't like illegal and everything they do like mandatory doesn't mean I'm authoritarian like they are. I won't apologize for believing that dressing modestly is a great thing to do and will actually make you happier in the long run. And sharing with you all why I think so and how to do it with style. I will not apologize for that. The 5th and last thing I won't apologize for...
No one's asking you to.
...is loving America. I will never...
What? Who the fuck is asking you to apologize for loving America? What are you talking about?
Apologize for loving this amazing country and everything it stands for. This country was created by men who had a vision for a nation that was a bold step forward, where people had the power and responsibility to achieve great things, build wonders, and strive for lives of dignity and meaning no matter their background. And we've worked to...
What the fuck does that even mean? Why do these people speak in nothings? These fucking conservative types either just outright lie to their audience, their sycophantic audiences, or they just outright... They just don't say anything. Guys... I'm really curious. Can you translate what she just said into a meaningful statement that actually like means something? It's just like word fluff that sounds nice, I guess, but like an actual meaningful statement that means something, like an argument or something like that. What does it mean? That it just doesn't mean anything. It's just a bunch of buzzwords and language just mixed together with no actual point to it.
To make that vision more and more a reality throughout our history than any nation ever has. From all backgrounds, we've made America e pluribus unum. Out of many, one. We are a country that was founded on true liberal ideals that we should cherish and fulfill, not tear down. I will never apologize for
libcuck
loving my country and being a proud American. The wokeists can come after me and try to cancel me and try to...
The wokeists? Is that a new thing now? The wokeists. Okay. Like, because I guess they swarm, like they're locusts, but they're woke, so they swarm on you. I get wokists. Ah, yes, okay.
Cancel the country that has given them everything they have, including the strong moral sense for justice and egalitarian opportunity that they have perverted into the toxic evil of social justice. But they can't make me apologize. America is the greatest, most moral, and revolutionary country in the world, and I am proud every day to be an American. So
is it because we drone strike the Middle East so much that we nuked and murdered millions of civilians in Japan? Is that like is that what makes America moral? We've literally committed war crimes and unironic genocide. We we nuked cities of civilians. Like, you can have an argument on whether or not it's justified, that's fine, but I don't think that's necessarily moral.
those are the 5 things that I won't apologize for as a conservative. Let me know in the comments 5 things that you won't apologize for. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks again to the Pearl Source for sponsoring a portion of today's.
Okay, no sponsor, no shilling on my stream unless it's me. Okay, that was very dumb. All I got from this is that she won't apologize for being an idiot. That's what I'm going to name this video. Abby Shapiro won't apologize for being an idiot. That's going to be the name of it. That was absolutely nothing. That was probably the biggest nothing burger of a video I've ever watched in my life. No wonder she gets ratioed in every fucking video she uploads. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. I would appreciate it quite a bit. It helps the video a lot. If you're new and you want to see more from me, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell icon so you actually get notified whenever I upload or stream and I go live. You can also follow me on Twitter through the link in the description, as well as joining my fan Discord through the link in the description as well. That would be very appreciated. On top of that, if you have any extra money sitting around you don't need for anything else and you don't know what to do with it, you can always support me by either subbing or donating on the website, xanderhall.com/live. The support is very much appreciated. It's how I'm able to do this for a living. Without your support, I wouldn't be able to do this. It's my job. Also, you could click the join button and become a member on YouTube as well, or you can pledge on Patreon. That's always appreciated as well. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good one. Thank you.